Alright, YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's currently 1 in the morning on November 4th. The Bears just got humiliated by the Arizona Cardinals. I don't even know what to say right now. I've had like 6, 7 hours to process this loss, and it's just like it's like a different level of disappointment right now. And I'm here. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I got a feeling that the Justin Fields cycle it's gonna happen all over again now. Basically what I'm about to do right now is I'm about to just rant. It's been a little bit since I made a video, but I just want to rant about the Bears. I know I've in the last video I talked about baseball, been a while, but I am a Bears fan and the Chicago fan in general. But like this Bears team, especially with the loss last week against the Commanders, losing with the Hail Mary, it's been rough, man. Let's just get into it. All right. Now when I say the cycle has begun, I mean the whole cycle of like we draft a quarterback. Example, we got Justin Fields. We got Justin Fields. We suck obviously because you have a top whatever pick, so your team's obviously not going to be good. And then you try to rebuild around him. What happened with Justin Fields? Had like three offensive coordinators and coaches in like 3 years. Then like everything just starts going downhill. You keep getting new coaches. He has to learn a new system, and then you blame the player, but then you realize it's not his fault. Maybe he's not that bad. What happened last year? We go 7-10. We're all like, okay, maybe Fields isn't the problem. Maybe it's the coaching. But what do? We keep Flus, and then we go get Caleb Williams, which I'm not gonna lie, I liked Fields, but I wasn't opposed to getting Caleb, right? So I'm gonna pop the cycle up on the screen. You can see the arrow where it says where you are here right now. It's blame the coach. Right now, if you're a Bears fan, you've been on Twitter, you've been on social media at all, the like Bears Twitter is up in flames right now, and it's like Matt Eberflus and Shane Waldron have like bounties on their heads. It's November 4th, right? Yeah, November 4th. Like everyone by the end of today wants to see these dudes off the team. Don't even let them on the plane ride back to Chicago. Leave them in Arizona. Like going into today, Matt Eberflus was 3-18 on the road after the Cardinals game with a negative 181 point differential. Negative 181. We haven't won. I think I don't remember clearly, but we haven't won on a Sunday away since Matt Eberflus has been the coach of the Chicago Bears. I think we've lost every away game this year alone. I think the games we have won have been home games. And then Matt Eberflus all time is 14-28 with the Bears. I think it's it's time to clean the house. I mean, it's time to get a whole new front office. Now, I don't know if that means getting rid of Ryan Poles, because to be honest, I don't think Ryan Poles is that terrible. I know a lot of people have been saying, well, you know, in 4 years or 3 years, whatever it's been, he has this record, and whatever his record is, it's a terrible record, obviously below 500. But yeah, those first couple of years didn't look good because obviously we weren't tanking. I mean, we were tanking, but we weren't like that whole rebuilding era at the beginning. Like just forget about that. But the last couple of years is kind of like we probably should have fired Eberflus last year. I think that's like the Poles' biggest mistake. Well, there's a couple of things I want to say about Poles, but not firing Eberflus last year, we're paying the consequences for it now. Obviously, I mean we're what 4-4 now. We're 500. We're 4-4, but it feels a lot worse than 4-4. It feels like we're a 2-6 team right now. Like it's not going good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was fooled. I thought Matt Eberflus at the beginning of the year, that dumbass haircut and beard, he looked good all of a sudden. I don't know. I thought that him looking good would make him a better coach, but obviously not. I mean, it's just it just looks bad. It looks like he's lost the team. Honestly, just the attitude from the players. You could tell. You could tell it's not. It's just not there anymore. I don't think the players want to play for him. It's just going. It's not going in the right direction. And then I think we all knew Shane Waldron wasn't that guy. I mean, I've had my I never really liked him ever since I seen that Jackson Smith and Jigba interview when they were like, what would you say to Bears fans with Shane Waldron? What would you say to Bears fans about Shane Waldron, they just signed him as offensive coordinator, and he goes, "Good luck."
The offensive coordinator coming in, Shane Waldron. What can you tell him about who they just hired to try to get this offense where it needs to go?
Oh. This is live?
Yeah, we're not live. We're not live.
I'm playing. Good luck to y'all. I mean,
since that moment, I've known we were doomed. This dude, I don't know what Shane Waldron is thinking. Like, I hate his play schemes. I don't like the dude. Cole Kmet finished the game today with no targets. Now, how do you not have run one play to Cole Kmet? Cole Kmet is a pretty above, I would say, average to above average tight end. I feel like we haven't seen him enough to say like, oh, he's a great, but he's not a bad tight end. How do you target Cole Kmet 0 times? In the last 2 weeks, he has one target. He had one target for one catch last week for like 15 yards against the Commanders. I don't know. It's just, I think Poles messed up by not going out and getting Ben Johnson last year. Poles really messed up by not getting Ben Johnson, and Chicago was the only place he wanted to come to. Like, Matt Eberflus, I guess you want to give him another shot. Fields wasn't here when, yeah. Eberflus didn't draft Fields, so you know what? Get him a new quarterback. Let him start over with his own guy. Let him let him develop Caleb the way he wants to develop, and do your thing with him. But it's just not working. I don't think Eberflus, he should not be a head coach. He should stay a defensive coordinator. So I really think we messed up by not going out and getting Ben Johnson last year. And honestly, I think honestly we could have just got anyone. I think this year you prioritize either getting Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel. I think those are the two best options to go get in the offseason this year if you fire Eberflus. And if they don't, I probably won't be a Bears fan no more. They better fire Eberflus. I don't think they'll do it. We're not known for firing coaches halfway through the year. I get it. But at this point, I think you got to start. At this point, I think you got to think about it. The way this team's going, I know we're 4-4, 500, but it really doesn't feel like we're a 500 team. It feels like we're a way below 500 team. We're gonna finish below 500. The schedule from here on out is just getting way tougher. We have the Patriots next week, then it's straight divisional opponents, and you throw in the Niners and the Seahawks in there. We're done for. I honestly, at this point, I'd be happy if we won like 2-3 more games. I really don't see us going anywhere. And so Poles needs to go. Poles. The thing is, I don't know if Poles is the problem either, because here's why I say that. I think Poles he's done a good job trading. He did the Panthers trade. We fleeced them, got us Caleb. I know Keenan Allen hasn't been amazing, but I don't think that trade was terrible. I think at the time it seemed like I think that one just hasn't aged well. But I don't think that was a terrible trade for like what we gave up. But he's done a good job drafting defensively. But why has he not prioritized getting a better offensive line? Since Fields was here, we knew that the offensive line was a problem. We all know that the offensive line has been the problem. Today, all right, listen to this. Shout out to Benjamin Solak on Twitter. I seen he tweeted this. So according to Next Gen Stats, the Cardinals had 16 different players get a pressure, which is the most individual players with a pressure in a game since 2018. Going into this game, the Cardinals had a 26.6 pressure rate. And in today's game, they pressured Caleb 46% of the dropbacks. So damn near half the time Caleb dropped back, he was getting pressured. This offensive line is terrible. The only difference was between Caleb and Fields was that Fields could run. Fields looked a lot better. I wouldn't say better, but Fields was getting pressured, and then Fields could turn these plays where he was running for his life and turn it into a 30-yard run, a 20-yard run, a first down. Caleb, I think Caleb could. He probably should be running a little more. I think sometimes he tries to make a play too much and tries to stay alive and make a pass. That's the only difference I think between him and Fields is they both in back there running for their lives basically, except Fields would run upfield for his life and make something out of it, and Caleb, he's trying to make a pass, which I guess I just do think Caleb should run upfield a little more, try to get some yards. I think it's there. I think he can get that done. But at the same time, I know he wants to pass. And then real quick, I didn't even say this, but For 16 different players to get a pressure on Caleb, that means they're defensive linemen, linebackers, and then probably the backups and some safeties and some corners. For 16 individual different players to get a pressure, that's a lot of different players to be getting back in the backfield. That just shows how bad this offensive line is. And then why was Caleb Williams even in the game at the end of the at the end on that last drive, the last couple of drives? Why is Tyson Bagent not playing? Like, where is your like management? Where is Eberflus's like brain and management skills on that? Like, I mean, honestly, I think that game was over since halftime. But yeah, obviously you're obviously not gonna give up throwing the white flag at not gonna wave the you're not gonna wave the towel at halftime. So yeah, you're gonna keep playing Caleb. Like the last like why is Caleb out there with 20 seconds left? We see him he gets hurt on that last was one of the last snaps. He hurts his leg. Eberflus said he thinks he's fine, but obviously they're gonna check it out tomorrow. If Caleb for some reason is hurt, it didn't look terrible, but if Caleb is hurt, Eberflus is gonna look like a fucking idiot. Like, why is Tyson Bagent not in the game right there? Eberflus says something along the lines of, "Oh, we had him in there, keep learning or whatever. We're trying to get the timing and some stuff down, blah blah blah." Dude, what? This offensive line is terrible. It's injured. It's all game. Caleb is running for his life, and you want to get him some extra practice reps at the end of the game, and then you see what happens. Like this dude Eberflus is just he's just not built to be a head coach. I don't know what he's thinking. We're heading in a terrible direction. I mean, all right, I'll bring it back to the whole cycle thing. Justin Fields had multiple different coaches. He had Nagy. He started off with Nagy. Had different offensive coordinators. Had to keep learning new playbooks, new systems, right? And I feel like this is what's gonna happen with Caleb. And I've always wanted to like Eberflus. Something about him I liked. He was a good defensive coordinator in Indianapolis. I wanted to like him. Literally up until this year, I had hope in him, but like all my hope in Eberflus is gone now. But going back to the cycle, like I said, it the cycle. I'll pop it back up on the screen. It's Bears draft a new quarterback. We suck. You blame the running back. I mean, we drafted Caleb. We almost lost to the Titans. Then what did we start? We lost to the Texans and the Colts, and then everyone's saying, "Oh, DeAndre Swift, he's not. What's going on with DeAndre Swift?" Blah blah blah. We start Shane Waldron. We saw in that Texans game that first 3 weeks he was calling terrible play calls. I mean, he got a little better for like a week or two. I mean, the Jacksonville play calling was pretty good in London. That was a great game from him. Best game he's had. But we started blaming DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift kind of got back into it. He looked good in Jacksonville, like I said. You blame the O line. I mean, the O line's kind of always been a problem, and now we're at the blame the coach. Which, like I said in the beginning, we're blaming the coach. We all want Eberflus fired, and I think it's not like we're just we're using him as a scapegoat. Caleb is not the problem. If you think Caleb is the problem, like you got to look at it from another perspective. You're not there. You don't like. I'm not saying I know ball. I know everything about football. But if you think Caleb is the problem, I really think you don't like you're not like we must be watching different games if you think Caleb's a problem. Yeah, he doesn't look great, but it's very obviously the coaching. I mean, a couple hours ago, Luke Getzey just got fired. I mean, we can never from the Raiders. That was a former Bears offensive coordinator. We can never hire a good. We had Luke Getzey last year. Now we have Shane Waldron. Why can't we hire a competent offensive coordinator? Like we're halfway through the season and the dude that we had last year is already getting fired. I mean, Luke Getzey just got fired, but how does Matt Eberflus still have a job? How does he still have a job? I don't know. I think the blame needs to be put on Eberflus because he is the one to blame. Eberflus and Shane Waldron are the reason for this team being so bad. And then the next part in the cycle is 3 years pass. What happened with Fields? You get Eberflus. A couple years pass. Last year we were looking good, but you're kind of in a weird spot where you're 7-10. You have a top 15 pick because you're not good enough. You started off terribly, but like Fields doesn't look terrible, but he doesn't look good. So what do? We ended up getting rid of Fields. You trade him to the Steelers. You get a new quarterback in Caleb Williams, and the cycle is gonna repeat itself. I just and like I said, I want to go get if we go get Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel, it's like I feel like we'll be better. but I just can't imagine this Chicago Bears team being good. I can't see us ever being good again. I don't know what it is. The I just can't. I don't know what it is. I feel like we're cursed. I feel like this is like some Chicago Cubs curse type thing. They don't win a World Series in 108 years. I don't think I'm gonna see a Bears Super Bowl by the time I die. This is just all I've known from the Bears is just disappointment. I'm 19 years old, 19 years a Bears fan. I think the only year I've like enjoyed was the 2018 season, which Cody Parkey had to fuck it all up with the double doink. I mean, I this team is just so like disappointing. We're such a I think it's time to do something like what the Bulls are doing, where the Bulls they ran the offense and like they were more defensive minded, and this year they're trying out the new. They're shooting more 3 pointers. They're trying to be first in pace. They're switching it up. The Bears, I think we should switch it up. We're always so defensive minded. Why not go all in on offense for once? I mean, try something new at this point because it's obviously not working. Now, at this point, I'm kind of just talking. I really don't know what I'm saying, if any of this makes sense. But I just got to get this. Like, I just got to rant. I don't know. I hadn't made a video in a while, but something about me after watching this game was like, I just need to get it out. Like, I don't care if I sound like an idiot. I just need to talk about this. Like, I really feel like we're stuck in a cycle, and I really feel like in a couple years from now, Caleb's gonna get traded, and we're gonna draft another quarterback, and it's just gonna keep happening. Like, and I pray and I hope that Ben Johnson or just any new head coach could fix it, could fix this team. But I just can't imagine this team being better. When I was driving home from work today after that game, I watched the game at work. I had so much more on my mind. I was just talking to myself like I'm gonna say this and this and this, and I'm forgetting it all now. To be honest, I had way more that I wanted to say, but I can't really remember right now. So I guess we're just gonna end it there. I'm praying that season. Honestly, I don't even care at this point. The season, I'm kind of done with the Bears at this point. I really don't see us winning another game this year. I think we're cooked, or I think we'll win next week against the Patriots, but then that's about it. And honestly, I'm looking forward to next year. Someone click the sim next season button. I'm kind of over it already. I want to see new front office. This team needs to just get a change of scenery basically. But hope you guys enjoyed this rant. I had to get this off my chest. Um, I hope some of y'all, hope you guys agree with what I said. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments what you think what you disagree with, or just let me know how you feel about the Bears and what changes you would make, or just how you're feeling. I mean, this is just it's not looking good. We're 4-4, but like I said, it doesn't feel good right now. It's really depressing being a Bears fan right now. But yeah, I got everything I could think of saying. I said I got it off my chest. I'm probably gonna think of way much more things I could have said or wanted to say throughout this video. I'm going back and editing this, but like this is just what I have to say right now. Had to get it off my chest, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.